Hey everyone, welcome back. We're with another weather update. I'm meteorologist Michael Priante, and I'm here with Brad Miller. Brad,
Yes.
how was your Christmas?
Not bad, got to see the kids get all excited for their presents and had some nice food and things like that, family. So,
Of
how
course.
about yours?
Same. I drove out to Long Island. Yeah, it was a lot of traffic. Imagine going through
I
New
can
York
imagine
City.
going to New York City on Christmas.
Yeah, but it was fun. We saw family. They have kids, so it was fun for them to see the presents being opened up.
And we had a nice quiet weather for a change. I mean,
We
hard to get this kind of weather in late December.
I know it's difficult, but we made it, and unfortunately, we are talking for another little system. It looks like it won't affect everybody, thankfully, but there are some places that we do want to talk about here. This is December 26th, the day after Christmas, and we'll just take a look here and see what we're dealing with. First and foremost, I want to point our attention to a very minor threat that may impact parts of New Hampshire. There's a little bit of moisture here in upstate New York, and the NAM kind of shows a little bit of moisture getting in there, but notice that big H out ahead of it. A lot of dry air, Brad.
Yeah, it's going to dry up a lot of this precip as it comes east. But again, we're talking patchy freezing drizzle, but it doesn't take a lot of freezing drizzle to cause some issues. So again, it's going to be mainly upstate New York, like Mike said, into Vermont, New Hampshire, a few of the normally colder areas this time of the year that get some of these fringe systems. So again, not a big system, but it's going to maybe provide the areas with a little bit of slick travel tomorrow morning.
Right, but after that, doesn't look to be too bad. We warm up actually into the 50s again on Saturday. It's going to be nice, even on Sunday too. But as we go through the later half of Sunday, we have another system, as we mentioned earlier. This is going to be a little more impactful for areas, mainly New England. I think most of the I-95 will remain more wet than white with this, but we'll track it here. This is the GFS, and it's it's the warmer model of the suite here.
Right.
We go forward, and this is through, what is this through? This is through Monday morning. Notice that it's mostly rain across the area. Some heavy rain, actually. Could be some steady rain Sunday night into Monday across New Jersey, Pennsylvania, into Connecticut. But then notice some cold air intrusion from Canada, Maine, and parts of upstate New Hampshire. Could actually lock some cold air in and get some sleet or snow.
Yeah, this isn't really a cold pattern that we're in. So again, it's going to be the what we call the climatologically cold areas. I mean, this time of the year, everyone's kind of cold. But in this case, yeah, the I-95 corridor, like Mike said, from at least Hartford south, Washington, D.C. should be fine. Boston could get into a little wintry weather by Monday. Again, it's all mainly because we have a really strong area of high pressure over eastern Canada, and that's going to supply parts of New England with just enough cold air. But it may be just enough, and when you have this pretty wet system coming in, Mike, it could be a lot of ice, sleet, and even some snow. So it's going to be kind of a battleground up there towards New Hampshire and northern Mass.
Of course, and that was the GFS we showed you, the warmer of the model suite. But here we'll take a look at the Canadian and the European, which are actually showing a little bit more wintry weather for New England. You can see it starts off, instead of the rain, it's starting off as some snow or even some sleet, some freezing rain. That's the orange is freezing rain, the pink is more sleet, and of course blue is snow. And if you go forward, look at that. That's a lot of freezing rain. I mean, granted, the precipitation type's going to change. It's very difficult to pinpoint exactly what the
Especially when we're talking 5 days out almost.
Exactly, but I think what's I guess a little more certain here is that the hills upstate New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, out western Mass. Looks like you guys are going to be dealing with a little bit of a slop fest here going into the last days of 2019. And yes, the Euro continues to go through, and this is about Monday evening. It's still going.
Yeah,
the low
Tuesday.
Yeah,
you see
it's
low
Tuesday morning
off the coast there of Massachusetts, Cape Cod. So
yeah.
A lot of different scenarios, a lot of different probably solutions to this as we go forward. So we'll be tracking it. We'll try to get another screencast out tomorrow if we can, just with an update here. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting final couple of days of this year, that's for sure.
That's true. This is one last thing before we end this off here. This is the Canadian again. Same timing. Starts out as some snow. A lot of sleet actually. We noticed that orange is freezing rain. This is sleet on this model. Yeah, a lot of sleet. Again, it could be freezing rain. It could be sleet.
Does that
it
one
could be
show
all snow.
The ice accumulation?
I think it does. A lot. Just to let you know, right here. Yep. A lot of this, again, this
sometimes it's overdone on the model.
Way overdone.
Still, it'll show you. It'll give you an idea. Usually cut that in half.
Realistically, 2 inches of ice is almost nearly impossible. But I mean, anywhere you see,
it shows the areas that are probably most prone to get this ice.
Exactly. So I mean, again, that's if it is freezing rain. If it's sleet, I think there is no, there is no sleet category here, but if it's a lot of sleet, sleet is not as it doesn't fall with the same ratios as snow, but you can get an inch of sleet, and it may feel
it's like trying to move 4 inches of snow.
Exactly. So anyway you slice it here, it's going to be a fairly impactful storm here, and of course we'll be keeping an eye on it as we go through the next couple of days here, and hopefully we get another video out sometime early next week before things get a little bit more difficult to talk about here. So that's all we have here from WeatherWorks. Thanks for joining us here. We are your weather experts. Make sure you like and subscribe our channel for more updates as we release them. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and as always, make sure you check us out at weatherworksinc.com.